Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be doing another reading vlog, and this is going to be covering two books that I want to focus on during this vlog. So the first book that I want to finish, or actually start and finish, is going to be Hello Stranger by Katherine. The reason why I want to try to get this done, I preferably would like to get this done before Wednesday, because on Wednesday I'm going to a meet and greet to get to see Katherine and also get her new book Rom-Com, and I would love to have this book finished before I go to that meet and greet, so I have yet another book by her that I have read before I actually see her in person. So I want to try to get this done before Wednesday afternoon when I go to that meet and greet. And then the other book that I want to start and finish is going to be a series, and this is a dark romance series that I have read the first book in the series already. I want to say I read it a couple of years ago. I really don't remember when, because I had deleted my Goodreads. Like every book that I had read previously, I deleted my entire profile because it was giving me, I had a bunch of issues with Goodreads. So I deleted it. So I don't know when I read this. I want to say it was probably 2 to 3 years ago, maybe, that I read it. And I've decided I want to pick it up again. And that is the Mindfck series. So I'm going to be picking up The Risk, which is book 1. This is a 5-book series. Each book is about 120 to 130 pages each. So it's a very quick read. And this book is it's focusing on the FMC is a serial killer. She's killing specific people. And the MMC is an FBI agent on the case to catch the serial killer. Unbeknownst to him, the person that he's dating is said serial killer. We're going to be reading book 1 again and then continuing through the series for all 5 books. So that is going to be the focus of this video. Super excited, can't wait to get to it, and we are going to go ahead and finish up my day because I'm technically on the clock right now. I'm taking a quick break, and then we'll be doing some reading today at book club. So let's have a good reading week. We are back. It is several days later because I have binged books and I have not really said anything about it because I've been like ingrained. So do a quick check-in. So I finished Katherine Hello Stranger. I did end up going to her meet and greet. I didn't really take any videos because I was too kind of into her talk. So I only had like one little snippet at the very beginning before she even took the stage. I will say I had never been to a meet and greet before, and I had never seen Katherine speak. I've never really seen her in an interview. I've never seen anything like her anywhere talking, and she is such a good speaker. She is so like personable and just so funny and so friendly, and just, I don't know what it was. She was just great to listen to. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I did find out some things about Rom-Com, which is the book that just came out. She said that she had just been notified that it went to the New York Times bestseller list. And then she also kind of quickly talked about what her next book that's going to be coming out next summer, so 2025 summer, kind of what it's about. And it has something to do with Navy SEALs, or not the Navy SEALs, the Coast Guard. The Coast Guard like rescue team, the ones that are in helicopters that dive into the ocean to like rescue people lost at sea. Her book has something to do with that, so it's going to be a romantic book about that. So excited to see that and read that book. I did hope to get Rom-Com signed, but I learned, because this has been my first meet and greet that I've ever been to, I learned that you always want to kind of scope out where you think the signing table is going to be, and at the like talk ahead of time, if they're doing like a meet beforehand, you want to sit as close to the door that leads to that table as possible. I did not know that, and so by the time I got out of the auditorium into where she was going to be doing the signing, the line was insanely long, and I was not going to stand in line for that long because it was already 8 o'clock by the time she got done with her talk. Kind of bummed about that, but it was still a really great time. I really did enjoy it, and I'm super excited to read a rom-com. For Hello Stranger, though, I ended up giving this 4 stars. I probably would have given it a little bit higher, but I connected to Sadie a little bit. So in Sadie's character, she is someone who does not like to ask for help, and that is so me. I do not. I have literally only asked for help a handful of times, and it was like there was literally no way I could do it. My husband was prior military, and all the times that he deployed, I was the one that took care of the household. I never asked for anything, except there was one time that I drove my riding lawnmower like into a ditch, and I couldn't get it out in my backyard, so I physically had to call somebody to help me pull the lawnmower out, and I hated that I had to call somebody because I'm just someone who does not like to ask for help. I like to do everything by myself. So I connected to Sadie in that aspect. The part that I did not connect to Sadie in was she's kind of delusional, a little bit. So she meets a vet that she's like has not even seen his face, because at the time she's like at face blindness. She can't see his face. All she knows is his voice, and it's very like she's only met him for a very small amount of time, but she noticed his voice, and she noticed like his gait, like how he walks, and she immediately was like, this is my future husband. We're going on a date. We are connected. And at the time they had never been on a date, but so she was kind of that delusional aspect, which I didn't connect with. So it was good. I ended up giving it 4 stars, and like I said, I am excited to see what rom-com is all about, because I probably will be reading that in the month of July. Now, I have been devouring the Mindfck series. So I just started book 3, and there are 5. I have been loving it. Just started book 3 today, and I did want to I've been highlighting some things that I have read in the books, and so I want to try to look and see some of my highlights that I have. So in book 1, I only highlighted a few things, but in book 1, Lana is kind of thinking to herself about, her comparing her and Logan, the FBI agent. She says, well, he's killed numerous people the same way, with the same methodology and reasoning. So technically, he's a serial killer. Logan, that's what she's thinking, is logically truthful. Other than wearing a badge to find it legally justifiable, we're the same. Well, I torture my victims first, but that's just nitpicking at facts. And then in book 2, which is called Sidetrack, I only have one highlight in this book, because like I said, I've been devouring the books, and I really haven't stopped to like highlight things that I really like to read, or that I liked what was said, or that like made me giggle or whatever. I was just in the story. But I did end up highlighting in book 2, Sidetracked, Logan is talking to Lana, and because he's an FBI agent, he's always had problems with dating, because he is addicted to his job. Like, he is very passionate about his job and what he's doing, and so a lot of times he has to leave at a moment's notice. He is, always picking up and leaving as soon as the phone rings, as soon as he gets a text. Like, he'll drop everything to go to the case, because that's what he's supposed to do. And so this is him talking to Lana, and he says, you're the first woman to make me wish I could skip work, Lana. You make me question my priorities and if it's all really worth it. And that kind of really captured how he feels about Lana. Like, you see his like evolution as the books go on, of him really kind of opening up and realizing that he wants to like skip work. He doesn't want, like, he's requesting time off of work to be with her. And then I haven't highlighted anything for book 3 because I just started it and I haven't had a chance to. I did. There was one little quote, and I don't even remember, maybe like 20% into the book right now. And so Lana is exacting her revenge, and someone is accidentally seeing this. Like, Lana has always done something, like her revenge or whatever, she's always done in the privacy of like a secluded location that she has picked. No one can see, and she's very meticulous on what she does. Well, this particular situation is very like, she couldn't pick the time, she couldn't pick the day, she couldn't really pick the location. It was just very, she didn't know when it was going to happen, but it ended up happening. And when it happened, there was someone watching and she did not know. And during Lana doing her thing, the person who is watching sees Lana do some like amazing, like she goes down, because she's got her back. Lana is like facing the wall or facing something else, and the perpetrator is behind her, and she's kind of playing it off and like pretending like she doesn't know he's trying to sneak up on her. And at the last minute, she like drops down to her hands, like she's crouched, and she kicks her feet up and like grasps with her feet on his neck and like flings him over her. And when Lana does her thing, the person who is incapacitated watching this whole thing go down thinks, holy fucking ninja assassin. And I just thought that was hilarious. Like, as soon as Lana did her thing, the person who was watching is just like, oh my god, what just happened? And they say, holy fucking ninja assassin. And it was hilarious. I really enjoyed that scene. So that's kind of where I'm at with the Mindfck series. So I'm on book 3. There are 5 more books. And so I'm fully expecting I'm going to finish book 3 tonight. It is almost 9 p.m. We will finish it tonight. And then tomorrow I will pick up book 4, probably finish that tomorrow, along with starting and or possibly finishing book 5 tomorrow. So I will try to do another check-in tomorrow as long as I'm able to record, and I'll give you my final thoughts. My plan is for rating, though, I am not going to rate each individual book separately. I'm going to rate it as a whole, because to me this is one story, because every book, when like the risk ended and Sidetracked picks up, book chapter 1 is immediately following what just went down in the last chapter of the risk. So it's not even like the story, the second book starts a new story. It is literally just a continuation of the book that was you just got finished reading. So because of that, I'm treating it as one book. So I am not going to rate anything yet until I am done with the entire book. And at that point, if I decide that it's a 5-star, then I'm going to give a 5-star to every single book, unless one of these little books is just not it. Like, there's something that happens that I don't agree with. That's the only reason I would actually not rate it the same as the rest of the books, like as a story as a whole. We're going to cut this here. I'm going to continue with Scarlet Angel and get that done today and see what happens with Lana and Logan. And is Logan going to find out about Lana and, what actually went down? Because I still don't, at this point, I don't fully understand what happened to her years ago that caused all this trauma and is basically initiating and prompting her to get her revenge. So I don't know exactly what went down. Like I said, I'm getting bits and pieces, but I'm excited to see kind of where she came from and what happened, and then kind of what's going to happen with Logan and Lana. And is Logan going to find out? Is she going to exact her revenge on everybody and get away with it and Logan never find out? I don't know. It'll be interesting. So we're going to continue reading and seeing what happens with Lana and Logan and all of the drama that's going to go down, I think, in this book. Okay, it is several days later. Life happened, and reading and working and having a family, it's just not, you have to really budget your time well. So I haven't really had a chance to fill you in on my thoughts on the Mindfck series. So I did finish it, and I do have thoughts. So the last check-in I think that I did was I had just finished the second book, I think. I have actually on my Notion, I keep a list of all of the books that I've read, kind of my thoughts on them, my rankings, when I finished them, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to be referring back to this because, like I said, it has been several days since I actually finished the books, and I don't want to get them confused. So I also said that I was going to do a rating on the series as a whole and not individual books. And I'm still going with that thought process, but I am going to go ahead and give you my ratings on each individual book. Overall, it is a 5-star series. I really did enjoy it. It was so it was so fast paced, and I really did enjoy the like premise, the serial killer FBI relationship and how that evolved. I really did enjoy it. So let's do a quick recap, and then we'll talk about the new books and like what I thought about books 3, 4, and 5. So book 1, which is also called The Risk, that was kind of the introductory, obviously the first book of the series. So it really introduced the story of Lana, the story of like Logan, them meeting, and then you get little snippets as to why Lana is going after these men and torturing them and killing them. You get like flashbacks periodically through the books. You really don't find out until like the last book what exactly went down that was so horrible to her that prompted her to do what she is doing. And so the first book was really just the introduction, the meat, the setup for the rest of the story. And I ended up giving that one a 4.5. Really enjoyed it. Super fast. Obviously, all the books are like 130-ish pages. And so you really got to get to the point, get the story going, and all of that. So really enjoyed the setup. Usually the first book of a series I don't enjoy as much because it's a lot of times just a lot of background and a lot of like build up, but you don't actually get into the meat of the story. This one, because it was so fast paced, you really got into it and you really got to see Lana, what she's doing, and all that kind of stuff. So really enjoyed book 1, The Risk. And then you have book 2, Sidetracked. In this book, you see another serial killer kind of pops up and targets Logan as like the FBI agent, and he's, you know, trying to get back at Logan. And so in order to do that, the best way to hurt an FBI agent is to go after the people that they love, which is Lana. So you kind of see Lana, who is still trying to hide all of her skills and her capabilities and what she actually can do. She's not this timid little like 5 foot, I don't know, 4 little. I envision her very small, very petite, very like you wouldn't think she is who she is. And so she really is honing that perception, but yet she wants to protect Logan from the serial killer. And so she's, you know, really struggling with how to live up to the perception that Logan has of her, but also really want to go out and really do what she knows that she can do. So that one I really did enjoy. I really liked the new serial killer aspect, and it kind of brought even more into this already fast-paced storyline. And you still, like I said earlier, you do progress and learn a little bit more about why Lana is doing what she is doing in each of the individual books. So really enjoyed that one. That one again was another 4.5. Really enjoyed it. Book 3 is The Scarlet Angel. This one I ended up giving 4 stars. I felt like this book was my least favorite of all of the 5 books, and it had the least bit of excitement because now this book, if I'm remembering correctly, hopefully I am, this is where the story of Lana and Logan in DC, that's they're in like the DC, Virginia area. They're now transitioning from that location to now Logan is going after the serial killer that's also Lana. And so they're wanting to transition and go into Lana's old hometown where all of these horrible things, you know, kind of happen. But Logan still doesn't know about Lana, doesn't really know what's going on, just assumes it's this, you know, he assumes it's this very like 200-pound, 6-foot tall man who is going after these men who are killing them and killing them. And so he still doesn't get the full aspect and perspective of what's going on. So this one was the least exciting in my mind, so it was a little bit lower in the rating scale. Book 4 is All the Lies. Now this is where excitement, drama, things happen. So in this book, they're at the New in Lana's hometown, and this is where things are found out. This is where more people are kind of learning what actually is happening, and like little things that are out there are slowly being connected together. And so it's all of the like little things that everyone perceived was happening within the serial killer situation. It's kind of getting focused in now, and it's the development of them learning what actually is happening. And you're also learning about the characters that are in the town. You're learning about the sheriff. You're learning about the special agent that was assigned to a case years and years and years ago. You're getting a lot of story on additional people, and it's just the build up and the excitement are really happening. Really enjoyed it. This one was probably like I gave it a 4.5, but it's probably more like the 4.75. Now that I'm thinking back on it, it was just I dove into this one book in particular. It was just like this, like it was all of that was happening at the same time, and it was just so good. And then the last book is Paint It All Red. This is the culmination of everything. This is when shit hits the fan. Lana goes badass, and really she goes to town. She does it. She does all of it, and it's so good. And this is also you see the, I don't really want to say a lot because obviously I've given a lot of clues as to what actually is happening in this little synopsis, but you really are seeing Lana and Logan and like the evolution of their relationship and the acceptance and the understanding of each other, and the how much each of them cares for one another. And it's just, it was so good. It was amazing. This one was 5-star. Absolutely loved it. I'm so sad that I'm done with the book. It was so good, and I'm so glad I was able to finish it. Like I said, I had already started and finished book 1, but I really didn't continue the series back when I started it years ago, and I'm so glad that it is done. I really think I want to find the physical copy of this book, because there are so many funny like quotes and sayings and things that go down. I really want to annotate it and highlight it, because it was such a good book. It was so entertaining. I love fast-paced books. I love it when you get to the story. I love it when you get to the plot. I love it when you have a lot of dialogue. It was so good. So I'm so pleased and happy that I finished the book, and I really did enjoy Lana and Logan's relationship and the story of them meeting and all of that. So that's gonna be it for this video. I lost my train of thought. So came back to me. So if you have read the Mindfck series in the installments, let me know what your favorite is. And with that, thank you so much for watching. If you have not subscribed, please make sure you do so. I would greatly appreciate it, and I will see everybody in my next video. Bye.